But on the climbing road, what milestones along the way? London.
Ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. The stream having technical difficulties.
2012, bathed in gold. Years
Hello,
old,
everybody.
champion of the world. And the crown defender.
AJ versus Usyk 2, the rematch. Is it going to be repeat or revenge?
In a classic.
I think Usyk's going to do the job and finish AJ once and for all, force him into retirement.
Stay down, but bruises heal.
We're but minutes away, ladies and gentlemen.
And the punches grow in speed and power. And the feet move faster. Belief grows and ambition burns. To challenge again, better than ever. Not on Mount Perfection, but ready to rage on the Red Sea. Anthony Joshua.
What's your prediction? AJ. Hey, Usyk, what's your prediction? Predictions for the fight? Usyk. So we got 2 here for AJ, 3 for Usyk. Let's see what happens. I think it's going to be like Fury Wilder 3, like a war. I reckon they're going to trade early.
In life, you can drop almost anything.
Anthony Joshua is ready to come out, ladies and gentlemen. He's making his ring walk.
Prepare psychologically to accept it. Believe it or not, the easy part about fighting. Discipline enables a person to do that which needs to be done, no matter how he feels with it.
I don't believe in talent. As long as you have a lot of determination and willpower, that's all you need to do. You have to have the will to win.
We're having some technical difficulties. There we go. We're back.
The customary
AJ's making
theatrical
his ring walk.
entrance
He's walking down the
of one
aisle.
of the biggest stars of this generation, the
ready to retire.
two-time
Get ready to
heavyweight
get sent
champion
into
Anthony
retirement.
Joshua, who finds
got a
himself in the
denial. He's going
unusual
crazy in
position
the
of
back
both
of the
having
ring,
it
saying,
all
"What do you mean?"
and desperately wanting more.
He loves AJ.
After
He
suffering
can't wait.
his second defeat at the hands
His
of
heart's
Oleksandr
racing.
Usyk last year, he's followed a familiar pattern in hopes of avenging it. Just as he did before defeating Andy Ruiz to recapture his titles the first time, he says he's rewired his mentality and will look for a wholesale change of approach in the ring. He's even traveled back to Saudi Arabia, the site of his last revenge. But this time it feels even bigger, even more dire. So he heads into battle with a new coach, Robert Garcia, for the first time in 11 years. A victory would be a colossal moment for British boxing, a defining win in his career. But a loss would call into question just how many more colossal moments like this one Joshua can be a part of.
Anthony Joshua. Coming out with some old school classics. And Oleksandr Usyk.
And here is the champion,
the heavyweight
Oleksandr
champion of
Usyk.
the world. On the 4 belts, making his way into the ring, ladies and
Wearing
gentlemen.
the colors of freedom, as he describes
In the
it.
colors of freedom, as they say.
The colors of his native Ukraine.
Very interesting. His team said they're going to have to put Michael Buffer's in the ring.
His entrance to the ring, the defending world champion, Oleksandr Usyk.
In the blink of an eye, from Olympic gold to world champion. And not just a champion at cruiserweight, but now, in older, wiser days, at heavyweight too. That night, a masterclass of skill and technique in a sport of pain. And now, So, to this rematch, defending his title where the Arabian Desert meets the Red Sea. And not just a master craftsman in his small workspace. But an inspiration to all across his war-torn land. U is for Usyk. U are for Ukraine. Oleksandr Usyk.
Usyk's got a hold of it. It's a digitalized corridor. See it now.
Well, the weight on Oleksandr Usyk's shoulders tonight is far heavier than the heft of the 3 heavyweight titles he carries to the ring. He fights with the weight of grief, of sadness, of concern, the weight of an entire country of Ukraine resting atop him. Usyk is already a first ballot Hall of Famer with a resume on par with any active boxer today. With a victory tonight, he could become the first man to hold the ring cruiserweight and heavyweight titles in his career. Everything about this moment is unprecedented for Usyk, both the circumstances he's fighting within and the accolades he's hoping to achieve. Earlier this week, Usyk said, "The one who does not compete does not live." Everything that Usyk lives and stands for will be on display tonight.
You know, when they were selling the broadcast rights for this fight, Usyk went to the Saudi Arabians and said, "I want the rights to give it to my country for free." They gave it to him, and there will be an astronomical audience watching in Ukraine tonight.
As we take a look at the tail of the tape, same as it was last year. Oleksandr Usyk now 35, Anthony Joshua now 32. All the physical advantages go to Anthony Joshua. And now it's time to find out who will leave the true heavyweight champion. Let's send it down to Michael Buffer.
AJ weighed 110 kgs, Usyk's weighing 100 kg at the minute.
We'll honor challenger and champion with their respective national anthems. Please remain silent. First up, the national anthem for the United Kingdom, God Save the Queen.
I'm joking. They're in the ring, national anthem's playing, Anthony Joshua's walking around. He looks ready. He heard the rat standing there, look at him. He's getting ready for this. He thinks he's coming back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem for Ukraine.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. National anthem of the Ukraine. Minutes away. He's gonna come out guns blazing, AJ. Yeah. I reckon. No, but even not, maybe if he doesn't throw a lot of shots, he's gonna come out with a lot of pressure. He's not gonna be looking to like land clean shots. I reckon he's gonna be a Mexican style trader, isn't he? will. He'll be digging that body.
Ladies and gentlemen, from King Abdullah Sports City here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, this is the rematch the world has been waiting for. 12 rounds of boxing for the unified heavyweight championship of the world. Presented in partnership with the Ministry of Sport, in cooperation with Skill Challenge Entertainment, Matchroom Boxing, K2 Promotions, in association with Usyk 17 and 258 Management. Broadcast live on Sky Sports Box Office and DAZN, and sponsored by JD Sports. This contest sanctioned by the IBF, the IBO, the WBA, and the WBO. The officials at ringside, timekeeper Joel Capozano Jr., the 3 judges scoring this contest. From the United States, Glenn Feldman. From Ukraine, Viktor Feshenko. From the United Kingdom, Steve Gray. And in charge of the action at the bell inside the ring, working for the 189th time in a World Championship contest, veteran referee de Puerto Rico, Luis Pabon. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the officials are ready, the fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
There we are. Fight time, baby. It is fight time. Usyk is my prediction for the fight. We've got 5 people in the room, 3 going to Usyk, 2 going to AJ.
Corner, with his head trainer, former world champion Robert Garcia, wearing black and officially weighing in at 110.9 kilos or 254.5 pounds. He captured Olympic gold, and since becoming a professional, his record stands at an excellent 26
Let's have it
fights,
right here. This is make or break for Anthony
victories, including 22 big wins by knockout. He has 2 defeats, and he is the fighting pride of London, England, and the United Kingdom, the former 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, AJ. Anthony.
AJ's looking in good shape though, you know that, and he looks focused. Got a focused look about him. Just called him in. And they're going to introduce Usyk, and we're going to get cracking.
And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the colors of Ukraine, white, blue, and yellow. Official weight, 100.5 kilograms or 221.5 pounds. This Olympic gold medal champion now has a perfect record as a professional. 19 fights, 19 victories, 13 wins by knockout, fighting for and representing the sovereign nation of Ukraine, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world, the reigning, defending, undefeated, unified heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk.
Let's have it right. If AJ beat Usyk, we're looking at a trilogy here.
Okay, guys, I give you instruction in the dressing room. Let's have a clean match, okay? Good luck. God bless you.
3 years ago, Anthony Joshua was right here on Saudi soil, attempting to win back his titles and reclaim his status as a top heavyweight. He was successful that night, but you can make the case it was the spoils that come with being a champion that beat Andy Ruiz as much as it was Joshua. This time, AJ has a strong, talented, and focused Oleksandr Usyk in front of him. Anthony Joshua can't just be good to win this fight. He's going to have to be great.
See if he can right his wrong.
Round one. The heavyweight championship of the world on the line. Oleksandr Usyk. The southpaw in the colors of Ukraine. Anthony Joshua in the all-black trunks, just like his boxing idol, Mike Tyson.
In the first fight, Usyk came out very aggressive, was able to back Joshua up right away using that lateral head movement and straight left hands right down the middle.
Looking exactly how he was looking in the first fight. I mean, in terms of the movement.
Earlier this week, he acknowledged, listen, we've had almost a year to study one another again. It might look a little bit different.
He's moving his head well. AJ, straight left from Usyk, lands through.
If you're Usyk, to being able to fight an opponent like Joshua after tasting his power.
Jab lands from Anthony Joshua.
It reminds me a little bit of how Canelo Alvarez
Anthony Joshua in the center of the ring. He's holding it quite well.
He was a little more cautious the first time around. 12 rounds of experience with Golovkin enabled him to be more assertive in their second fight.
I will say in the opening
battling
minute
with
here,
the lead
guys,
hand, both fighters battling
Joshua
with the lead hand.
looks a little less reactive to all the movement and the feints of Usyk. He's not mirroring Usyk quite as much as he was in the first.
I'm not sure if you heard that, but it's true what the commentators just mentioned here that
conversely, though, Corey,
AJ is not biting on the feints of Usyk. AJ is looking like he's flowing in his own rhythm, setting his own rhythm
That is an area that Oleksandr Usyk wants this fight to be.
Oh, and a jab gets
through there from Usyk.
The major difference I see already is that Anthony Joshua is bending his legs. He's changing levels much better than he was in the first fight, where he stood very tall and was in range for straight left hands.
Uh-oh.
You see that up jab. I said that Usyk has a very free-flowing lead hand. He's very creative with that shot, often leading you to think that that hand's coming and then drops that left hand down the middle. We didn't see a lot of left hands in that round, but the right hand was busy.
So you learned something there in the corner. Angel Fernandez is operating as the chief second. He is the man in the ring. Robert Garcia, you could see him in the picture there, but he is outside the ring operating as a trainer.
Round two underway. Of course, Angel Fernandez, the
round two,
holdover, if you will.
Anthony Joshua lands a straight right to the body.
Joshua camp.
And that corner is something that bears watching too, because while Robert Garcia and Angel Fernandez have talked about them being in lockstep throughout this training camp, they have very different training backgrounds, and I'll be curious to see if they're in sync when it comes to the advice.
Speaking of in sync, you heard the word rhythm in the corner. Anthony Joshua is showing fantastic rhythm so far. He's got his level changes. He's moving side to side. He landed a very good straight right hand to the body to open this round.
And what I haven't seen from Usyk yet is kind of unleashing that straight left hand that had success against Joshua in the first fight.
Joshua's been elusive. I wouldn't normally think of him as an elusive fighter, but he's brought a new level to his game tonight.
Joshua jabs back down to the body.
Usyk's looking smooth and his
jab working. That lead hand is always
working well around AJ, but AJ's looking unfazed by
the top of it and now digs a left
the movement in the lead hand of Usyk. AJ's right hand from AJ's getting through.
Down the middle from Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, that body shot set up that overhand right.
AJ's not looking bothered.
Two punches that were really lacking in the first fight from Anthony Joshua were the left jab, which he didn't land many of. He landed one earlier, and that left hook to the body. Putting those in combination is a great idea for Anthony Joshua.
Joshua just missed with that left hook a moment ago.
1 minute 30.
Perhaps
round number 2.
The posture
halfway through
of Joshua seems a little bit different in this fight. You mentioned the knee bend, but just overall, he seems to be
Usyk attempting some straight left hands.
Absolutely, he's being more aggressive. He's being more heavy on that front foot. He's being the bigger man, but also staying low is helping him stay out of range of those shots.
You know, they're heavy. They're heavy shot. Oh,
there's that up jab again.
Up jab from Usyk. Cracking on AJ's jaw.
Joshua wise to come right back with a jab of his own.
Oh.
Joshua's putting a lot of physical pressure on Usyk this fight. Very different than the first fight, where Usyk was really the man who's putting on the pressure, both mental and physical.
Yeah, and he's shown good commitment through these first 2 rounds.
AJ again still holding the center of the ring. Usyk is working his way around him.
Making him think that those body shots are coming.
You know, one constant in the career of Oleksandr Usyk is that no one has yet been able to lead the dance with him. There have at least been portions of these rounds so far where Joshua is the one making Usyk do something.
Usyk landing the jab again on Anthony Joshua.
Joshua wise to come right back with a jab of his own.
Joshua's putting a lot of physical pressure on Usyk this fight. Very different than the first fight, where Usyk was really the man who's putting on the pressure, both mental and physical.
Yeah, and he's shown good commitment through these first 2 rounds of making sure he's making contact with the body of Usyk.
AJ's looking nice and composed. He's holding his form very well.
You know, one constant in the career of Oleksandr Usyk is that no one has yet to lead the dance with him. There have at least been portions of these rounds so far where Joshua is the one making Usyk do something that he isn't deciding to do.
Yeah,
Usyk's getting out of the way of a lot of AJ's shots. Usyk looking very comfortable in there.
Stay in this fight.
At this point, it's kind of looking like it may be a repeat of the first fight.
Down the middle there from Joshua.
Right
Final 10 seconds.
But for the most part,
of an excellent
looking
round
very
for
similar
Joshua,
to the first fight. But another body shot gets through from Anthony Joshua.
Of the champion Oleksandr Usyk.
3 more clean shots landing from Anthony Joshua.
Yuri Trakenko and Rassam, the Sergei Lapan as well, the usual team for Oleksandr Usyk. But
in the round number 2 now, AJ got through with a few decent shots there, which makes me think these body shots he's landing now may play its toll into the mid-rounds here. And AJ's also conserving a lot of energy. He's not looking to, you know, get over excited with the power shots. He's throwing some decent shots through to the body that landed. And start around 3. Usyk's come out on his jab, moving quite a lot as usual, spinning around AJ, slipping a lot of the shots from AJ. See what unfolds here throughout the rounds.
He's doing that so far in this fight.
When I was in camp with Robert Garcia, I sparred with Marcos Maidana quite a bit, and reckless is a good way to describe his method of attack.
Well, I think you pointed this out as well, Chris Algieri, which is that, you know, when people heard Robert Garcia in the corner of Anthony Joshua, people immediately thought, okay, he's trying to build a heavyweight
Anthony Joshua again with that body shot, man.
Robert Garcia's tactics
landed,
as a trainer
nice. Oh my goodness! Anthony Joshua landing in 2 power shots, partially blocked by Usyk, but they're heavy shots.
Joshua's doing. He's responding to every combination that Usyk throws with a body shot. Very smart to make sure that he's answering the punches coming at him, just like Usyk did in the first fight. But yes, to your point, Corey, you know, Robert Garcia was a phenomenal boxer puncher as a champion himself.
So
and just because he was known for training Bam Bam Rios, he's got a different kind of athlete in front of him now with Anthony Joshua.
1 minute 40 left throughout round number 3.
Seeing the athleticism of Anthony Joshua in the early going here, the ability to make adaptations to his game. See the weight out on the front foot. Changing levels now with Usyk, and look at Joshua with the head movement getting out of the way of the jabs of Usyk.
Excellent rhythm from AJ thus far. keeping that slight tick-tock and up and down movement.
Joshua said that the key for him in this fight is to worry about what he's going to do offensively and not be so concerned with what Usyk's doing and how he can react to it.
AJ again.
I tell you what, again,
nice close,
a lot of it has to do with Anthony Joshua,
but
right, I'm a little surprised that Usyk has kept that left hand holstered as often as he has.
Certainly keeping Usyk under pressure here. Again, right
Usyk
up
lets go of that left hand. One of them lands, one of them sails past the body of Joshua. But Joshua now looking for a big uppercut, but he gets met with the left hand that you were calling for, Chris Mannix.
Body shot. Right hook up top from Usyk.
Usyk starting to flow with his combinations a little bit more here.
You're already starting to see the adjustment from Usyk. He's starting to up the punch output. He's upping his lateral movement.
Usyk is one of those fighters, too, whether it's a Lomachenko or a Terrence Crawford. They collect data in the early rounds of the fight. They see how a guy is going to fight you and make adjustments accordingly.
We've skipped into round 4. It's jumped. Being 2 minutes 30 into round 4, ladies and gentlemen.
Very upbeat corner for Anthony Joshua, at least to this point.
A little more assertiveness from Usyk over these last couple of rounds. You can see him start to settle into this fight.
And leading with the lead hand, both fighters trying to get through.
Like you said, Chris, he's got that data, starting to get that right hand going a little bit more, starting to land that left hand, finding his angles like that.
A little more bounce in the step
of that.
A little more bounce in the step of Usyk as well, who comes right through the middle with a left hand.
I love the way how Usyk will throw away his lead hand to land his left and punches to where AJ's going to be, not where he is. Nice up jab from AJ. Nice up jab from AJ there. He's actually learning tricks from Usyk as he goes.
Joshua looking for that uppercut to the body. He's had some success throwing that right
over
hand
the top
downstairs. The gloves of Usyk a moment ago, but
again, both fighters sort of
generally
leading with their
looking
lead
more
hand.
threatening than he did
Usyk mainly
in the early stages of the previous fight.
To do with his balance. He definitely seems much surer to do with his
having some bad
the sport, and he's still
this one.
Assertiveness from Usyk over these last couple of rounds. You can see him start to settle into this fight.
Like you said, Chris, he's got that analytical mind, and you see him collecting the data, starting to get that right hand going a little bit more, starting to land that left hand, finding his angles like that.
A little more bounce in the step of Usyk as well, who comes right through the middle with a left hand.
I love the way how Usyk will throw away his lead hand to land his left and punches to where AJ's going to be, not where he is.
Join us. Jump in and watch the fight.
Nice up jab from AJ there. He's actually learning tricks from Usyk as he goes.
Joshua looking for that uppercut to the body. He's had some success throwing that
Anthony
right
Joshua's
hand downstairs.
getting through with some of these shots, man. I mean, yeah, they're partially blocked, but he's finding
Throws that one to the gloves of Usyk a moment ago, but
a couple clean ones.
Joshua just generally looking more threatening.
Usyk's not looking as successful as he was in the
early
first fight.
stages of the previous
AJ's
fight.
getting through with some shots. More often.
Aside from his posture and moving forward, I think that has a lot to do with his balance. He's definitely seems much surer on his feet, and I think getting lower, using those legs has been a big benefit for AJ and his power punching.
Good left hand there from Usyk. Now tries to wrap one around the guard of
left
Joshua.
Hand gets through from Usyk. Usyk looks like he's opening up a little bit.
Joshua's had success in the early part of this fight.
Oh my goodness, left hand to the body.
The real estate
right
this
hand
fight
up
is
top.
taking place in.
Catches AJ.
It's
AJ's
almost
firing back some
identical
shots
to
of
where it took
himself.
place in the first fight, right near the middle of the ring.
And it's a little bit of a scrap
in the middle
here,
of the ring,
guys.
they traded some shots, and Usyk landed a good right hook.
Usyk actually put together a nice series of punches,
a
straight left hand to the pit of the stomach and a right hook up top. Anthony Joshua
like a George
answered with a right hook
uppercut, almost an inch away from Usyk.
Men go to the body. Usyk tries to come over the top with the left hand.
That's the second big adjustment I've seen in this fight, is the fact that Joshua is answering every combination that Usyk throws. He did not do that in the first fight.
Left hand getting through for Usyk.
Left hand down the middle from Usyk once again. This is high-level heavyweight boxing.
That's the end of round 4. Give it the first round for Usyk there. But I honestly think the rest will AJ. Yeah.
Here we see.
I'm calling it 3-1 AJ. The others in the room are calling it even 2-2.
To
what do you
mask
think,
that left
Louis?
hand that he throws down the middle, through the guard, and around the corner.
Yeah, so everyone here except for me saying 2-2. We've got 5 people in the room. 4 of them are calling it 2-2. 2 rounds to AJ, 2 rounds to Usyk. I think Usyk had the first round. AJ's up 3 rounds.
Slips
at this
to the
point.
outside, jabs over the top, gets away without taking a receipt. Very, very smart, beautiful movement, which looks a lot like what Usyk was able to do in the first fight. It's been very unique.
Some of the fans here coming to their feet after that right hand.
Cocked, not throwing it with any type of repetitiveness. Last 2 rounds,
Usyk's
starting to let it go a little bit.
Clip AJ with a little jab there. Looks like a wobble
Joshua
AJ
was
a
trying
little
to
bit,
make it more
but
physical.
he's fine.
But this is still a boxing match. And all we heard all week long, even from members of Joshua's team, is that he can't win a boxing match. I'm curious to see if at some point he tries to make this a more physical fight.
Whisking past.
He offers a big sweeping right hand there. Caught on the left glove of Oleksandr Usyk. And part of the issue of dealing with Usyk, Chris Algieri, is how draining, both physically and mentally, it is. Seeing the constant motion, the constant adjustments of Oleksandr Usyk, both with his hands and his feet.
It's also the fact that you're dealing with almost a different fighter every round. He builds as he goes. Like right now, we're seeing that movement to the right side, getting outside, staying invisible to Anthony Joshua while throwing punches down the line. I mean, the mental pressure is probably harder than the physical pressure from the smaller man.
And this is something Usyk did really well in the first fight. You're starting to see shades of it right now, but there's a body shot. That
AJ
went
hurt
straight
badly
low.
to the body.
Below the belt line.
Yes, it did.
What's happened there? It looked like a legit body shot. AJ just caught Usyk with a super right to the body. Usyk badly hurt, but they're saying it was below the belt.
Even when he's not trying to be, Usyk can be funny.
What's happened there? They stopped it. It looks like, I don't know what's going on there.
It looked like he caught him maybe on the thigh of that left leg.
Those hurt, and those can linger with you.
They're over it now.
Especially from a big man like AJ.
Square
right, it might
up,
not
1
be a
minute
legal
30 left
shot,
of
but
round number 5.
it's not like it didn't do some
Usyk's
damage.
not looking as explosive and as
Prior to that
dangerous as he was
blow,
before. His
I was
shots are looking like they're
one thing Usyk
flowing
did
a
really
little bit.
well in that first fight.
AJ's still looking incredibly
Joshua
strong and explosive.
Punched too far across his body and getting him off balance for counters.
Absolutely. So so that's what I meant by staying invisible. He stays outside that lead leg beautifully. He
Usyk
fights
lands
like
a right hook over the top, but
southpaw
answered by
should. He
a right
moves to
uppercut
his
from
right.
AJ
He stays
that
outside the lead
flush to the
foot.
body there.
He's very difficult to hit with anything flush. His ability to keep that head off the center line makes him a very difficult target. Like that.
Oh, gosh.
Beautiful counter over
Nice
the top
counter
with the
right
jab.
hand over the top from Usyk.
And that's the thing with Usyk.
Jaw.
It doesn't have to be a power shot because he hits you with shots you're not ready for and that you don't see.
Yeah, it looks like it. Someone's pointed out that AJ is on the right
chance
uppercut
for
as soon as
both
Usyk
fighters.
gets closer.
Here in Saudi Arabia, both men fan favorites.
Yeah, AJ is putting on some pressure
This is
there.
where Usyk is a very dangerous man. Once he finds his rhythm, he starts feeling conky and confident in himself.
Nothing happening much in this round. I'll give this round to Usyk.
Oh, beautiful straight
Nice
left
combination from
Shot
Usyk.
there.
About 5-shot combination. Double jab, left hand.
And there were stories about the ferocity
and he moves
of
off.
Usyk in this camp from some of his sparring partners. One of his
Give
partners
this round to
said,
Usyk.
he called me while he was on the
Just
plane,
because of the more activity.
coming home from the press conference, and said, we're sparring when I get off this
stop.
plane. And he said he looked scary in that session. And Usyk starting to build with intensity at the end of this
What did
round.
you not think that round? AJ round. That was the Usyk round, right?
I saw something late in that round that gave me shades of the
3-2
first fight.
Usyk.
Anthony Joshua started pawing the left hand instead of snapping it.
Look at these shots.
And one of the reasons is because of shots like that.
A lot of those shots.
Usyk has been doing a great job of slipping inside the jab and jabbing with Anthony Joshua, having him run into his shot, making his jab almost like a power shot.
Yeah, there was that punch too. Caught him right below that left hip.
Oh yeah, those shots on the hip bone there, those hurt a lot, and they linger with you.
Yeah.
They can make your whole leg numb.
AJ landed on Usyk. Crushing the hip. Bobby Pacquiao low blow.
You know, there are obviously some subtle differences, Chris, but to your point, this feels a lot like
Bolo
round 13, 14, 15 of that first fight. We're seeing it fought in a very different, a very similar style to what we saw the first fight.
Yeah, and I think the more the fight goes on, it's going to look even more and more like the first fight.
He's dropping T-bones here, watching this with me.
Round 6 underway. Alexander Usyk, the unified heavyweight champion.
In the comment section below the scores, what we think.
Anthony Joshua trying to become a 3-time heavyweight champion.
Majority is going with.
Usyk coming out using great side-to-side head movement. Good feints,
the left foot
firing from his movement.
It was good anticipation there by Joshua. Saw Usyk about to duck down, hit him with a good left.
I love that left hook to the body. That was a punch that was severely lacking in the first fight, and something I figured he would be working on with Robert Garcia.
Straight left round to the body,
with a little body
nice
work as well. Left hand downstairs, a right hook right along the elbow of Anthony Joshua.
Usyk's still showing great movement, you know, despite his weight. I think there'll be a bit of a difference there, but there's no.
Now you can hear the corner of Joshua calling for that double jab. They want him to operate behind that. And right now, he's only sort of flicking it out there, not throwing with any kind of purpose.
Yeah, he's using it as a pawing rangefinder once again, which I think is very dangerous. He came out in the first round snapping the jab. He actually landed several good shots with that left hand early on. There it is again.
But AJ almost caught Usyk with a nice 1-2, then a left hook, and Usyk just pivoted out.
Usyk comes over the top of the jab again.
AJ's getting a lot
circles
closer.
Out to his right.
Great right hand down the middle from AJ, just missing Usyk.
Joshua still dangerous with each and every shot, and we saw that in the first fight. You know, we look back on that first fight as a masterful boxing performance from Alexander Usyk, but it wasn't like he didn't have to battle through adversity, and it wasn't like he wasn't hurt at times in that fight either.
Absolutely,
nice
Corey.
movement from Usyk.
Joshua did a lot of really good things in that fight. He's
a
dangerous puncher. He's a very sharp, technical puncher. Beautiful body
Anthony
work
Joshua
here by
unloading
Joshua
on Usyk now.
as Usyk touches the ropes.
Shots pushing up Usyk against the ropes.
Final minute
Usyk
of round 6.
in the middle of the ring.
Joshua continuing to have success to the body when he is targeting the midsection.
Got some swelling again over the right eye, which we saw in the first bout as well.
And combination from Usyk.
Throwing back on Anthony Joshua, landing quite hard on
coming around the guard of Joshua.
That's one thing we're seeing earlier tonight is the combination punching from Usyk. Nice straight right hand, feinted
Usyk
to get the opening there.
Really landing
Usyk comes right back with a combination of his own. A right hand connects. So does a left hand.
Combination from Usyk.
Back downstairs.
Double jab to the
and
left,
a jab
to the body, left
up through the guard of Anthony Joshua.
Notice how Joshua is no longer responding to those combinations like he was in the earlier rounds.
Close round there. I would give that to Usyk, right?
He's not going to hang if you keep pressuring him with the smart punches, long jab, and right to the body.
Here we see long 1-2s down the middle, and then the body work. Very, very smart. Nice adjustment. This is exactly what I called for him to be successful in this fight, was to throw straight punches down the middle where he had success in the first fight, and then follow up with body shots. Although those shots upstairs didn't land all that cleanly, he's still been able to answer and respond to the body and keeping Usyk from firing back and stealing the moment.
I'll tell you, Usyk is a terrific defensive fighter. Among his many skills, his head movement you can see obviously on screen, but you watch these replays, he's getting that guard up every time Josh was looking for something big.
Well, if you think about it, I think if those shots are landing cleanly, the fight would probably be over already. He is that good at defending and taking the brunt off a lot of these shots.
Round 7 begins, and that's what makes Oleksandr Usyk so special.
Round number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Usyk coming out looking
or a good defender for a heavyweight.
Looking like he's really opening up now. He's throwing a lot of straight shots down the middle here.
If you were to shrink Usyk down to any other weight class, he's still a
right
spectacular
hook on
boxer.
the inside from Usyk, catching Anthony Joshua.
Well, that's the thought experiment of the pound for pound, is it not? And, and all of the pound for pound greats have always had great defense.
Another little jab landing on the inside.
The rough stuff on the inside here. And on that pound for pound list
Anthony
currently,
Joshua with a
Ring
nice
Magazine
left
has
hook to the
Usyk
body.
number 2. Usyk trying to become the first man
Right hand thrown by
to
AJ,
win both
counted
the
and
ring cruiserweight
flipped and countered
title
from
and
Usyk
the
with
ring
left hand, just
heavyweight
missing AJ.
title with a victory tonight.
He's Sports Illustrated's number 3 pound for pound, Corey.
Joshua loads up with a big
Usyk.
sweeping right hand there. Misses Usyk as he slides off. Robert Garcia was calling for pressure.
AJ now in the center of the ring. Usyk moving
in the Anthony Joshua corner.
Well, and there seemed to be the belief, there was the express belief in that corner that the pressure would eventually break Usyk down. That they're seemingly happy with what Joshua is doing so long as he keeps going to the body and so long as he stays in front of Usyk.
That's an interesting thought
AJ
to me. I'm not reading
jab
that
and
at
Usyk
all.
just
I
slipping,
don't see
moving around.
that. First of all, I don't see a ton of pressure being applied to Usyk. I also don't see him breaking anytime
AJ with a right hand.
Yeah, if you're expecting Oleksandr Usyk to break down a guy that's been
left hand from Usyk, neither really landing
several
too cleanly.
championship level distance fights, that might be wishful thinking.
And against guys with a much higher output than Anthony Joshua.
Well, one positive for Joshua, guys, according to CopyBox right now, Joshua has landed 16 body shots. He only landed 15 total in the first fight. So there is something, perhaps, to what Garcia has seen.
There's absolutely been a tactical adjustment from the Anthony Joshua side. Body shots being a major part of that.
Speaking of body shots, there was a good one from Usyk a moment ago. And there's a sharp left hand just coming right from the shoulder. It snaps the head back of Joshua,
from Usyk landing on AJ.
And another.
And
that was a sneaky left hand from Usyk there in the
AJ swinging a miss. Usyk really getting into this. I see the pace really getting, picked up from Usyk over this
It seems like AJ seems to be falling into some of those
as
old
we're
habits and
finishing
needs to
round
make an
7 with
adjustment
20 seconds
himself.
to go. AJ in the center of the ring. Usyk moving around nicely. Feigning with the lead hand.
Usyk just batting away the lead hand of Joshua.
Oh.
Goes back down to the body where he has had success in this.
From Usyk to AJ to the body.
But he's falling into the dance.
Comfortable round from Usyk. Not really much happening.
Oleksandr Usyk once again.
But nice comfortable
round from Usyk. We come to the end of round 7.
Oh, both swinging and missing, man. Like,
nice head movement there.
It's like they can't hit each other with their power shots.
Okay. 8 rounds done. This is the round, around 8, yeah?
Some nice popping work from Usyk. That was a beautiful. Again, he goes back to
going
slipping
into round
inside
7,
the jab. Comes with the left hand over the top. Beautifully executed counter punch there. A dangerous one as well, to slip inside the jab that way and then to throw your punch that tight to thread the needle and land on an orthodox fighter. Very impressive.
Let's take a look at Chris Mannix's scorecard here, Chris.
Yeah, I've got 68-65 in favor of Oleksandr Usyk. Corey, you praised it that Joshua is sort of falling into this Usyk dance. I think that's an appropriate way.
The unofficial scorecard given by DAZN is Usyk
control of
68, Joshua 65 going into round.
He's having a lot of success.
Number 8.
His tactics,
I'll give it a little bit closer. I'd say that Usyk's up by a
they're
round.
basic boxing at its best. Just simple slips. Left, right. He's not doing anything special. He's just doing it at an extremely
AJ taking
high level.
center of the ring. Usyk moving around.
So once again, we have the issue in the center of the ring where there's some condensation. I saw Joshua during that last round slip a little bit and look down.
Clean up this mess.
Now we have that problem once again.
Yeah, for those of us just joining us, we had this issue in the fight prior, where we had 2 heavyweights that were slipping consistently, especially as the rounds wore on.
Poor old Zhang Zhang.
Yeah, Zhang actually fell down.
Got bashed around the back of his head. Unnecessary because of the water. Cleaning up officials. Go on, do your jobs.
Joshua himself will get toweled off as well.
2 minutes 48. Pause on the clock. Round number 8. Waiting to clean up the water all over the ring.
To round 8. Here we go.
In the middle. Anthony Joshua taking center of the ring.
Back to the slips.
Usyk throwing a jab, couple of jabs, left hand to the body from Usyk.
Oftentimes we think of head movement as just a defensive mechanism in boxing. For Usyk,
AJ
it's
lands
the
a right hand,
predecessor to
throws
his
a left hook and a
offense
miss.
as well. It is making you consider where that left hand in particular is coming from.
Well, yeah, it's a setup, and it's also, it blinds his movement. He's not an in-and-out boxer where he's changing his critical distance line. He's a side-to-side fighter. He moves laterally, so it allows him to always be in range to counter. He takes those little slips, and he's right there to hit you with the counter shot.
He's really gaining that momentum now from his movement.
There it is again.
He's slipping a lot of the shots from AJ. He just ate a body shot from AJ. Nice body shot from Anthony Joshua.
There it is again.
He's back downstairs with the left hook.
He's banging that drum of Usyk.
Certainly not a direct comparison, but I was thinking of the George Foreman-Michael Moore fight. George Foreman being the bigger guy, the power puncher, fighting the southpaw. He used sweeping left hands to walk more into a right hand. I feel like that would be a great tactic for Joshua.
Right uppercut to the body lands clean for Anthony Joshua.
In the latter half of the 8th round here.
Usyk looks like he's slowed down quite a bit in punches here.
Joshua's put together a couple of good sequences with
slowed
body
down a lot,
shots.
Usyk.
In
right
this round, and just misses with that
just
right
misses
hand.
from Anthony Joshua, but
Usyk just pivoted at the right
under
time.
tremendous pressure here.
If you're Joshua, you have to stay committed to that body.
It's looking like AJ's getting very close to the power shots.
Early in the round.
But combination from Usyk lands through.
The problem with fighting Usyk is you can never build on anything.
Oh, another body shot from Anthony Joshua. Right. Oh my goodness! Again, he's lighting up Usyk now to the body. Combination to the body. Usyk up against the ropes. Referee breaking him up.
So
AJ back in the center of the ring.
Wince of pain from Usyk as he tied up. Those are some brutal body shots.
Probably the best combination of the fight for Anthony Joshua.
The most damaging,
that was
for sure.
Probably, yeah, that was the best attack of the fight from Anthony Joshua right there, landing the most cleanest shots.
Can Joshua continue to find routes to the body or use them to create a route for a big right hand?
Ooh.
Combination from Usyk.
Combination from Usyk, but answered with a slapping right hand from Joshua landing on Usyk. Combination now from Usyk.
The elusiveness and the combination punching is proving difficult once again for Anthony.
Oh, left hand from
uppercut
Usyk
on the inside from Usyk, but body shots from Joshua.
Usyk rather, sorry. Straight left. Oh.
Best action of the fight at the end of round 8.
From both sides at the end of the round. This is really warming up now.
He goes back to his corner.
That was definitely an AJ round. I literally call it because last round I had it 67, 66 at Usyk. And I'll pull it through now.
Here we see a great left hook to the liver by Anthony Joshua, which was a pretty consistent weapon that last round, and one that he should really focus on, especially on both sides. And here we see it from the other side, the right hook and then back to the left and the right. One of the best combinations by Joshua in either of the fights, where he's been able to land more than one punch at a time.
Yeah, if you're Joshua, you have to think the body
Ladies
of Usyk.
and gentlemen,
think of it as a more hittable
let me know
target.
what you think in the comment section below.
Has not been there. The head move for Usyk has been
Usyk
excellent
AJ, if you're watching,
as it was in the first fight. You keep digging to that body, you'll slow him down.
Fighters are getting up.
Gargantuan main event here in Saudi Arabia, and another gargantuan fight coming up on September 17th. It is the trilogy. Canelo and Triple G 3. Live from Las Vegas, Nevada, live on DAZN pay-per-view. Round 9
Anthony Joshua
now
coming out. Usyk moving
Oleksandr
right close
Usyk
to the ropes.
and Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua pressuring with the jab.
Joshua
AJ changing levels, throwing a left hook.
finding the true key for him in this fight in round 8. Those hard body shots.
Usyk throwing a double jab left hand. Missing AJ. There's a body shots for
Usyk
Usyk
just so
landing.
clever. Comes back with
don't
body
look like
shots
powerful shots though.
He's able to
AJ
slide
again
off.
with an onslaught, right uppercut, left hook, right uppercut to the body of
Like
Usyk.
I was alluding to last round, Usyk is so hard to build an offense
AJ
against because he changes up
looking
so
strong, man. He's
often.
actually pushing Usyk up against the ropes now. And we may see the beginning of the end for Usyk.
Changes his rhythm, changes his
AJ
angles,
steps
changes
it up
which
now.
punches are working.
I reckon he can hurt Usyk. Oh, body shot
to the body from Joshua. Counter right hook up top from Usyk.
Oh, another body shot from Anthony Joshua.
To the body from Joshua.
Up close, he's really pressuring Usyk now.
Little lapse in concentration, a rarity from Usyk as he gets met with a jab as they come out of the break. A little less movement from Usyk in this round.
Big 1-2 from AJ, just whisked past Usyk. That would have done some serious damage on Usyk if that landed.
Joshua's having a good round right now.
Well, is Usyk perhaps feeling the effect of these body shots now?
They have shown
my goodness, power
Usyk
shots from AJ. Landing from Usyk. We had a left hook, right hook,
sweeping
left
hooks
hook.
there from Joshua.
Sweeping
Connect.
hooks. Clubbing Usyk round the head. AJ
Joshua
again, right uppercut to the body, left hook up top. He's really pouring it on Usyk now. Power shots after power shots.
I love
Usyk
the
looking
use
like
of
he
the
could be ready
left
to go
hand by
here.
Joshua.
Against the ropes,
Throwing those
AJ
left hooks
clubbing
high
him.
and low. Now
Hammer
making it
fist
rough.
from AJ.
Very rough,
Hammer
and he'll
fist.
be warned for a hammer fist
Anthony
there,
Joshua
I think, on
just
the inside, but not
hammer
for long.
fisted Oleksandr Usyk. Conor
As
McGregor
Joshua
style.
now in pursuit.
Anthony Joshua landing shot after shot. It looks like he's going to finish Usyk here. Hooks and uppercuts from Usyk.
He is on the run
hooks and
right
uppercuts from
now.
AJ on Usyk, spinning him,
45 seconds remaining
pressuring him,
in
hurting him
round
badly.
9,
Usyk's
and
up against the
Joshua
ropes.
finally
That was literally about 20
has been
punches
able
there.
to pick the save
Hooks and uppercuts to the
of
body and head.
Oleksandr Usyk.
Yeah, Usyk's ready to go.
Over the top.
Usyk is ready to go. AJ's going to finish him
Joshua's
here,
picking
ladies
his
and
punches
gentlemen.
very smart.
Round number 9.
A sustained body attack from Anthony Joshua as he's finding true confidence in
Big
his
shots from
offense
Anthony Joshua landing on Usyk.
for the first time in some 21 rounds with Oleksandr
Usyk really
Usyk.
slow now. He looks like a wounded animal.
This has been the most dominant round that Joshua has shown in both fights. Oh, good
massive
shot
body
in the
shot from
inside.
AJ. Really hurting
Asserting
Usyk there.
physical dominance is Anthony Joshua. That was the idea
That
coming
was
into
an
this
easy
fight,
Joshua
and
round.
it is coming to
In the
fruition.
round number 9 there, AJ is looking to finish at Oleksandr Usyk. The most dominant round of the fight by far.
That last round saw the adjustment that we needed to see in order for Anthony Joshua to have a chance to win this fight. He came out, he was physical, he was a bully in there. He let both of his hands go.
I think it's safe to say
Beautiful
this is
work on
probably
the
the best
inside.
Anthony Joshua we've seen to date.
And it all started on the strength of the body work. He started early, he stayed to it, gave himself the opportunity in the distance to let his hands go, and
Anthony
he never
Joshua's
let up.
looking really good. He's looking like he's back.
And as many punches as he threw that round, he didn't seem to blow his gas tank either. He seemed to be still pretty fresh at the end of the round.
That's a point as well. I mean,
Usyk can
AJ
do in the next
normally
round.
gasses out after throwing an onslaught of attacks like that, but let's see how he reacts now.
And we see Chris Mannix's scorecard. Now Oleksandr Usyk just 1 point ahead.
Yeah, things starting to tighten now. By
Yeah, they've
far,
got it now.
the best round of the
Usyk
fight
1
in that
round
last
ahead,
round for
but
Anthony
I'll have
Joshua.
it
It's a good
AJ
word to choose,
up
Chris.
a couple of
Bully.
rounds
That was
now
the
at this
first
point.
time we've seen Joshua in 2 fights
Both
now
fights
against Usyk
leading,
assert
opening with
his
their jab.
physical dominance.
Usyk with
Here
a
comes
1-2 landing down the
Usyk right
middle.
back.
A 1-2 and a hook from
Punches.
Usyk.
Look at that frenetic movement, just in and out,
Left hook to
picking
the
up
body.
the speed and the output.
Straight left rather to the body from Usyk. Right uppercut from AJ.
Trying to erase
Again,
the
to the body.
memory
Right hook from Usyk lands.
of an excellent round for
Usyk
Anthony
spinning
Joshua.
against the ropes.
Some good
Corner of
shots
flipping
land
left hook from Usyk.
from Oleksandr Usyk.
That check hook from
But
Usyk was
AJ
very
looks fine. He
sneaky.
took it very well. Oh my goodness. Big left hand from Usyk.
connects from Usyk.
Oh my goodness.
Usyk firing
Left
back.
hook.
Joshua was a
The
little bit
left
of
hooks from
trouble
Usyk are just they're crushing Anthony Joshua right now. What is going on?
A big reply here
Oh my
from Usyk
goodness, another left
after
hand
a
from
dominant
Usyk.
round from Anthony Joshua. Now
Oh no,
it's
left hand from
who's
Usyk, but they're
firing
partially
away.
blocked. But they look like they're really
Usyk has the tendency, whenever you have a good
and a
round
combination
against
from
him, he
Usyk landing
comes
through
out
about
and he makes you
3-4
pay for
light
it.
straight shots. Nothing major. Anthony
And
Joshua
Joshua's
again pressuring
dipping
Usyk
right
back now.
into that right hand of Usyk.
He looks okay. He
every
doesn't
time.
look too hurt.
Joshua still stalking forward. Now Usyk digs to the body. A left hand downstairs.
Oh, right hand
but
from
Joshua
AJ.
meets him with a
Rocking
right hand.
Usyk back.
That shot rocked
It's looking like
That
Usyk's
one
ready. Another
rocked
right hand. Usyk looks ready to go.
Usyk having a look over at his corner.
He was looking at the referee.
Yeah,
He
he
thought
said
that
low
was
blow.
below the
Was
belt.
that okay?
No, Usyk's looking okay. He's looking fine.
Regardless if it was low or not, he was rocked upstairs. You know, and I've said it many times in the build-up to this fight, Anthony Joshua is dangerous at all times. He has the power, he has the sharp punching.
And that includes when Usyk gets on a roll and is really flowing offensively. One straight right hand, and Joshua is back in the round. But look at Usyk once again, uppercut and a right hand.
Yeah, Usyk is not your typical or atypical
Usyk landed some shots back now on AJ.
How he hurts you,
Oh,
how
my
he gets
goodness,
knockouts
combination from
are an
Usyk.
accumulation of punches, which we're seeing right here.
Usyk is not your typical fighter overall. He is not your typical person. So much on the line. So much on the shoulders of
Usyk bringing
Oleksandr
it back.
Usyk.
You see Joshua a little bit too straight-legged right now as he stands back
AJ's
against the
looking
ropes.
tired. He just sagged himself up against the ropes. That is not a good sign from Anthony Joshua.
Your legs are tired or
it's
they're
changed
shot.
in a round. Right hook over the top from Usyk.
Yes.
Big uppercut missing.
Where Joshua needed to come
Anthony Joshua up against the ropes.
Going for the knockout.
20 seconds left in round number 10. Usyk needs something big, in my opinion.
It was more exhaustion than
he needs something big, in my opinion.
Joshua was hurt
oh my goodness! Left uppercut from Usyk. Right hook combination from Usyk getting through to Anthony Joshua's getting rocked here.
From the Ukrainian
He's getting peppered with shots.
Down to the body and now upstairs.
He's getting peppered. He's not getting rocked. He's getting peppered.
Usyk putting on an offensive show in that final minute.
Turn it around there.
Champion and cruiserweight, but now in older, wiser days.
It's literally looking like these 2 rounds are what's going to win it for either fighter now. Because I don't even know. Well, look, we had it before what? AJ and then
that whole round.
I think maybe AJ maybe up by a round. I don't
There's
know
a big shot over the top
very
from
close
Alexander
Usyk.
He came out guns a-blazing right from the start of the round. Joshua had a great round the round before. Usyk came out to make him pay for that. And pay for that he did.
Oh.
There's a big shot back from Anthony Joshua.
Oh.
Great punches from both men. Probably the most sustained action that we've seen thus far
lovely shots landed from,
in the series. Both men having their moments.
Usyk
putting together one of my favorite combinations there. The uppercut that pops the head up and the straight right over the top.
U is for Usyk. You are for...
History probably thinks this is a sparring session.
Round number 11.
As round 11 begins, it was a massive round 10 for Oleksandr Usyk. And guys, we talked about Usyk's ability to make adjustments. Well, how about the adjustment he made in that last round? Not just to stop Joshua from what he did in the ninth, but come back and return the favor. You hurt me in the 9th, I'm going to hurt you bad in the 10th.
Yeah, and one step above, which is, the kind of competitor that Usyk is.
Usyk really moving quite well here. Again, 8-0 combination from Usyk.
Usyk is still looking very fluid, very explosive here in the 11th.
Right hand from Usyk, but a right hand from AJ as well.
From Usyk, you could hear that one.
And once again, it doesn't have to be hard.
Body shots from AJ getting through.
See it.
A combination back from Usyk, but the shots get more harder from AJ.
Body work in reply from Joshua, but
right
Usyk again. Back to that pace,
from Usyk as well.
Giving Joshua something to worry about, something to occupy him, either mentally or physically, at every second of this fight.
Notice the legs now of Joshua standing very tall. He's not as low as he was earlier in the fight.
A combination. Body shot from AJ. Big shots again. Has Usyk up against the ropes. They tie up. Referee breaks.
Usyk wise to tie up there.
AJ back in the center of the ring.
The momentum. You definitely don't want Joshua flirting with the body. He can still be dangerous.
Usyk's been very good at that this fight.
When Joshua just leading this round a little bit.
The ropes, he ties Joshua up. Anthony's got to find a way to create a little bit of separation in situations like that.
Oh, some shots from Usyk getting
when
he
keeps Usyk in that middle distance like he did in round number 9, he was able to rattle off combinations and do a lot of damage.
About 10 seconds ago, Usyk slipped a body shot, rolled out of the way of a body shot, came back with the left hand.
Up against the rope, up against.
Joshua actually initiated that tie up there.
Ref breaks him.
Oh, there's that up jab again.
Lovely jab, snapping AJ's head back.
From Usyk again.
Oh, lovely boxing from Usyk. Usyk well in control here in round number 11. It's been a decent fight. It's been a really good fight.
It's a really impressive
straight shots again getting through for
Usyk. For Oleksandr Usyk.
Especially coming off that 9th round. Those punches just missing.
This was a fight that could have gotten away from Oleksandr Usyk. He looked like he was starting to weather from the body shots in round 9.
Body shot from Usyk. Body shot from AJ. Pressing Usyk up against the ropes again. Ref breaks. 10 seconds left to round.
Looked like a little shot on the break there from Anthony Joshua.
Deep breath from Usyk as well.
Combination from Usyk.
Fantastic round from the champion once again.
Uppercut
from a little playful left uppercut there.
Last round, ladies and gentlemen.
From the champion as the bell sounds.
Could be a controversial draw. I think Usyk's leading it now. I think Usyk is leading it. He's up maybe by like a couple of rounds now because he had under number 10 with it. Round number 11. Time works close. All he needs is this round. Could even be a draw. Then we're looking at a trilogy.
Here we see both men trading right hands. The rear-handed right hook from Joshua and the little.
Round number 12, they're going at it.
Usyk bobbing, weaving, letting his hands go constantly.
They're going at it, but Usyk back. Throwing straight shots in front of AJ, slipping his head.
Oh,
slipping
good
all of
answer
AJ's
with a
shots.
three-punch combination from Usyk.
Big
combination
right
from
hook
Usyk.
ended that combination. The exclamation mark is tick away in this round. It's tick away in this round.
Round number 12 is jump back to 2 minutes 50.
It was almost like Usyk was meditating, talking to himself, trying to find 3 more minutes to hold on to all of his heavyweight titles and to become the Ring Magazine heavyweight champion as well.
And he can't be confident either coming into a fight
2
like
minutes
this.
30,
He's
round
got
number 12.
this decision in hand.
And he doesn't look like he's fighting that way either.
Body shot from AJ.
He looks like...
We're having...
More of those. He's going to need shots like that one. The right hand.
That was a really good straight right hand that rocked the head back of Usyk.
Usyk getting rocked with a straight right hand from AJ in this last round.
Usyk bobbing, weaving, letting his hands go constantly.
Oh, good answer.
Usyk with a three-punch combination.
Big right hook.
AJ getting his head rocked back with a combination there. Three-punch combination from Usyk. 1-2 and a hook.
From Oleksandr
And again, the same
Usyk.
combination landing on
really
Anthony
seeing
Joshua.
that fatigue and that frustration in Joshua right now.
Oh, big left hook from AJ.
Joshua.
Big shots from Anthony Joshua.
A right hand as well.
He's hurt Usyk. Usyk's wobbled.
Good reply from Usyk as he
Good
goes
reply
back
from
down
Usyk,
to the
some
body
power shots landing
and runs
back.
the combination upstairs.
And Joshua gave
Not cleanly
Usyk
though. I
that
mean,
opening
AJ shots
to
is
reply like
tremendously
that. If you're Anthony
more
Joshua in
heavier
this
than Usyk,
situation,
and they're
you
getting
land
through
a
more clean
punch
as well.
that
in
does
this last
damage
round.
on Usyk. You've got to follow it up and sell out in this situation.
Yeah, the sustained attack has been what's been missing from the game
Referee
plan.
talking to them, making
He's been
them to
landing
make it
great
clean.
shots. He's had Usyk
Both fighters
stunned
back
several
at it.
times and hurt to the body.
Trade
Both
shots
fighters
in the center of the
throwing
ring
straight
there.
shots, missing a lot of those
Jab
shots here.
Usyk, the right hand of Joshua.
Usyk looking tired, but
Joshua
landing some
looking
nice shots off the
fatigued, but
ropes
to his credit,
on AJ.
trying to crowd
Usyk
Usyk
AJ
here,
looking
but he
finished.
has
He's
just
just laying
60
on him.
seconds to make something happen.
And that's to your point
AJ
that you
needs to
said
go
a few
for it now,
rounds
'cause
ago,
he's looking
Corey.
really tired there.
Even if he's tired, even if he's hurt, he's still dangerous.
Usyk
Anthony
landing
Joshua
combinations off
can hurt you
AJ.
with any punch.
Rocked Usyk around. Oh,
Big right
AJ.
hand from Joshua, but Usyk just
Usyk
will not
landing a
stop throwing.
nice combination after eating a right hand
A
from AJ.
defiant 12th round
Oh,
here
straight left hand from Usyk.
Oleksandr Usyk, who, guys, probably doesn't need to be trading like this with Anthony Joshua, but the heavyweight champion is acting like one right now.
Before he was a champion, he was a warrior.
20 seconds
He's
left for
acting
round
like
number
one
12.
right
Oh,
here. He
counter shots
wants
from Usyk,
to put an
rocking AJ.
exclamation point on this fight.
Final moments of our main event.
I'll give that to
As
Usyk.
Oleksandr
Last 10
Usyk
seconds.
held on to those titles.
Last 10 seconds. Fight done, ladies and gentlemen.
That is it.
I'm giving that to Usyk.
And both men exhausted at the end of 12 fast-paced rounds.
I think Usyk won that, man.
As Oleksandr Usyk looks to the heavens. And what a moment here between he and Anthony Joshua.
A lot of respect between these two fighters who, regardless of the outcome, two of the top 5 guys in the heavyweight division.
You could argue it either way. I mean, it was a quite a close fight, and they both had some moments. Depending on
Well,
what you
guys,
like,
I
really,
know
'cause AJ did
fighters'
land
reactions
all of the
after the final
Usyk
bell.
didn't really land
They're
near
not always
the devastating
authentic.
shots
They're not
that-
always rooted in reality. But what is your opinion of the look of Anthony
yeah,
Joshua
Usyk
right
landed
now?
more
Does he
shots,
look
but
to
less
you like someone
devastating. But
who thinks
AJ
he won
landed
that
the more
fight?
powerful shots, man.
Yeah, he
landed
looks a
some
lot
really
to
big
me
shots.
like the guy at the end of the last fight who didn't look or feel like he won that fight. I mean, at the same time, Usyk didn't exactly raise his hands in celebration either, so I'm expecting these scorecards to be pretty close, but I thought Usyk did enough to win it. We talked about the sustained attack earlier in that last round. It just wasn't there. for Anthony Joshua. Whenever he had Oleksandr Usyk buckled like he does right there, he didn't follow up with the kind of combinations that would change the course of this fight.
I have Usyk winning this by like 3
I think
4 rounds.
Usyk showed throughout this fight. One of the many things that makes him special for his Algeria is even when he is under duress, even when he might be hurt.
But after he got bashed up in the round, he won every round.
So it's not easy to follow up
even though
on Usyk. He does not make it possible most of the time.
And also makes your opponent more tired because they're throwing shots and missing. They're reaching for you and allows him time to counter you, to make you miss, to make you more tired. Punches you miss exhaust you way more than the punches you land.
Anthony Joshua destroys Usyk, especially after seeing that. There's no way they stand up for the speed, the power, the movement, the boxing ability, the defense, the chin, the toughness, the heart of the Gypsy King.
I'll reach out to Vladimir as well.
Great respect between the two champions. And
so
why
what
not?
happens next for Anthony Joshua? Because I think he's lost that.
They both gave it their all.
I think we're looking at Anthony Joshua versus Derek Chisora.
I don't know if you heard that. Moments after a heavyweight title fight, Anthony Joshua offering to help Oleksandr Usyk and help the plight of Ukraine.
Anthony Joshua versus
whatever happens with the result of this fight, Anthony Joshua remains a humanitarian outside of this ring, and his mind is already going to that seconds after the fight.
Yeah, definitely think that was Usyk won that one. What do you guys think then? Who do you think won that?
As they both hoist the colors
of
Ukraine.
Usyk, we got Usyk. What do you think? Who do you think won that?
Together in unity, Usyk
what do you think? Who do you think won
Joshua.
That? Usyk, another Usyk. Who do you think won that?
As we await the final decision.
Usyk. We got 4 Usyks, so one fan that was so close he couldn't tell. And we got AJ holding up the Ukrainian flag with Usyk. Lomachenko there in the corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Jeddah in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecard.
A little bit of how Canelo
my goodness, we've just had a massive, let's just skip
the
back.
second time. He was a little more cautious the first time around. 12 rounds of experience with Golovkin enabled him to be more assertive in their second fight.
I will say in the opening minute here, guys, Joshua looks a little less reactive to all the movement.
For Usyk, it was just hard to see.
Oleksandr Usyk takes the victory. Ladies and gentlemen, he is still the heavyweight champion of the world.
We'll now see whether Tyson Fury is really retired.
And that's it.
You know, when we
that's
say
it. AJ's got 3 losses.
of the world, of course, that's
he's done.
Reliant upon
Goodbye, Anthony Joshua. Ladies and gentlemen, Usyk versus Fury. Who do you think wins? Tyson Fury would destroy both of these fighters. It's an easy day's work, easy night's work for Tyson Fury. There's no way these guys stand a chance with the Gypsy King. Anthony Joshua should be ashamed of himself that he went life and death with this man from middleweight, cruiserweight, and he's struggling.
Of Zhang prompting a little bit of a complaint.
I have no clue.
Breathing heavier now.
For the life of me. Anthony Joshua ended up in the state that he's in.
Oleksandr Usyk is the unified
heavyweight
champion, and we will now see.
Derek Chisora gave Oleksandr Usyk a better fight than Anthony Joshua.
You know, when we say he's the heavyweight champion of the world, of course, that's reliant upon
Derek Chisora
Fury sticking to his word and remaining retired. But of course, he still has a couple of days to officially relinquish that WBC
I think AJ now he's lost.
Which may tell us
no
how valid
title
it is
contention.
or is not.
No.
I think if Anthony Joshua won, there'd be a much bigger chance of Tyson Fury returning.
Public proud
with Usyk, I just don't know if that fight is enticing.
Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's see what they have to say for themselves.
What else is he going to do? He's a fighting man. What else is he going to do? He already unretired like a week ago to fight Derek Chisora. He'd get in for the undisputed championship against Oleksandr Usyk.
Good luck. Usyk is not easy for any man.
Yeah, I know there'll be a... I can already read the columns afterwards this fight saying Usyk has no chance against a guy like Tyson Fury given the size disparity.
Oleksandr Usyk
don't talk
is
to me
still
about
the
that.
heavyweight
Oleksandr
champion
Usyk
have
of the world. The question is now, ladies and gentlemen,
absolutely.
do you think Tyson Fury is going to fight him?
Usyk, quite frankly, is a generational boxing talent, guys. He is one of the very best.
I actually think
generation.
Tyson Fury wanted AJ to win so he can fight AJ for the British public, you know.
As the former Ring Magazine Cruiserweight Champion and now Ring Magazine
there, so is Fury going to be motivated to fight Oleksandr Usyk
of the world, and the circumstances
as he would have to fight Anthony
that he
Joshua?
did it under
What do you think?
are quite simply unimaginable.
Motivated to fight Usyk to fight AJ.
Now the question becomes, what is the future of Anthony Joshua? There's little doubt that his career will continue. A little frustration there as he heads back towards the ring. But there will be a rebuilding process for Anthony Joshua. He is not going to get the marquee fights right away, nor do I think he would seek out the marquee fights right away.
Well, listen, there will always be an audience and a market for an Anthony Joshua fight. He's one of the biggest draws of this generation. One of the biggest money makers of this generation.
Anthony Joshua loses for the 3rd time.
The question is, where does he go if Usyk is the man atop the division?
Yeah, okay. You're not strong. How did you beat me? Let's do this. How?
Oh my goodness, breaking news. AJ is saying to Usyk he did not win the fight. He's insulting Usyk, saying, you're not stronger than me, you did not win the fight. That is disgusting. Disgusting, childish
one hell of a
behavior.
Fight, man. Let's give him a round of applause.
He's on the mic. What the fuck's going on?
So that's just emotion. Wait, I'm talking. Okay.
Anthony Joshua's going on a mad thing in the room. Telling everyone, shut the fuck up, get out of my way.
Look, if you knew my story, you would understand the passion. I ain't no fucking amateur boxer from 5 years old that was an elite prospect from a youth, bro. I was going to jail. I see some hype little youths in Reading jail. I got bail and I started training my ass off. Because if I got sentenced, I wanted to be able to fight. I bust my case.
AJ's explaining his life story. It's very sad.
G14, raise your hand. I'm stealing this, Usyk, sorry. But it's because the fucking passion we put into this shit, man. Guys,
he's swearing in Saudi Arabia, effing and blinding.
Tonight,
it's embarrassing.
Maybe I could have done better.
He's stolen Usyk's moment. It's disgusting.
It shows the levels of hard work he must have put in. So please,
I can't believe
give him a round of applause.
What the fuck is going on here, ladies and gentlemen?
Motherfucker.
He's taking over the show.
I'm not a 12-round fighter. Look at me. I'm a new breed of heavyweights. All them heavyweights, Mike Tyson, Sonny Liston, Jack Dempsey. Oh, yeah, you don't throw combinations like Rocky Marciano. Because I ain't fucking 14
He's showing signs
stone,
of brain damage. This is not a joke.
I'm 18 stone,
He's
I'm
legit
heavy.
showing signs of brain damage.
It's hard work. This guy here is a phenomenal talent.
He's lost it.
We're going to cheer for him 3 times. Well, how many belts you got now, bro? 5. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
Embarrassing.
Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
What the...
And as I said, I was studying Ukraine, and all the champions that have come from your amazing country, but I've never been there. But at the same time,
oh my God,
what's happening there is, I don't know what's happening, but it's not nice at the end of the day. I've seen it with Lomachenko in his second fight against Orlando.
Remember I was saying
there was unrest
he's lost
in Ukraine, right or wrong. There was issues in Ukraine in your second fight. There was civil war. Vitaly Klitschko, when he faced Danny Williams, civil unrest. Usyk as a champion, please raise your hand. Under them circumstances, he managed to become champion.
He needs to get off the mic. AJ's disrespectful.
Champ, champ! Champ, champ! And I just want to say, Bismillah.
And then he said, Bismillah. I cannot believe what we just saw.
That was a truly unique moment.
That was strange as hell. AJ literally has just shown signs of mental illness, signs of brain damage. That was
pro wrestling style.
He basically just gave an excuse. He took the mic off Usyk,
like
said, no, I'm stealing this.
Also giving
I've been in prison and I started boxing late.
In the meantime.
Blah, blah, blah. He even said he's not a 12-round fighter.
Anthony Joshua now engaging with the crowd on his way out.
I feel disheveled. Yeah, we just witnessed Anthony Joshua live, like and subscribe. Anthony Joshua just had a mental breakdown.
We're seeing the emotions come out in ways that maybe you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, there's ways to handle it. That wouldn't have been my choice, but
somebody said it's a unique. It was very unique
scenario.
Well, he's always. I mean, he hasn't lost that often, but he's handled losses in somewhat bizarre ways. Remember, he drew a lot of criticism for how he took the loss to Andy Ruiz, sort of hugging him and acting like it wasn't devastating to him, like most people in boxing, including some boxing luminaries, expected him to believe. But something tells me Usyk will have a lot different things to say.
In this ring right
he literally
now,
got punched up. Mazadune, shout out to Mazadune. He got punched up and started talking nonsense. Usyk on the mic. Let's hear what he has to say.
And what I'm sure is a very emotional night for you. Can you try and sum up how you're feeling?
Sad thing is, all the Saudi, everyone's left after AJ's antics. They've got nothing to hear. No one's there to listen to Usyk now.
Я хочу подякувати всім тим, хто за мене молився.
I want to pray. I want to thank everyone who prayed for me.
Я хочу подякувати Богові за його допомогу, яку він мені сьогодні дав, тому що він мені дуже сьогодні її багато дав.
I want to thank God for the help that He gave me today, because He did give me a lot today.
Май Бог Ісус Христос.
My Lord is Jesus Christ.
Just got a message saying Anthony Joshua just cut a WWE promo.
I can thank you, Saudi. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Inshallah.
We know this fight was being broadcast in the Ukraine. Do you think that they are, in the words of Alex Krasiuk, having a big party there tonight? How do you think this victory will be received? I know it's a very, very difficult time for you. You were fighting not just for your undefeated record tonight, not just for your belts, but for your family, your friends and your people.
Що ти відчуваєш? В Україні цей бій був показаний безкоштовно. Багато людей вболівало за тебе. Це був бій не просто за пояси чи за свою команду, це був бій за всю Україну.
Я присвячую цей поєдинок державі, своїй Україні, Збройним силам України та всім там, хто боронить нашу країну, своїй команді, своїй країні, всій моїй країні.
We're covering the UFC later. Join us. Usman versus Edwards 2. We're going to cover the whole card.
Family, to my team, to all people, militaries who are defending the country. Thank you very, very much.
Do you mind if I ask you about the 12 rounds that we've just witnessed? A very good fight to watch. What was it like to be a part of? A much more evenly contested fight than the first fight.
Зараз хочемо поговорити про 12 раундів, які ми щойно побачили.
We just had someone here say that Anthony Joshua's next bout is with some university students and campuses. He's going to go to the closest university in Morecambe Bay, find the closest Tyson Fury fans, and he's going to attack them. So students of Morecambe Bay, you better just learn how to train, you know. Catch AJ with a shot and he'll probably wobble. And that's it. It's going to be over and out for Anthony Joshua. Thank you for joining us. The street is finished here. Usyk just thanked the people of Saudi Arabia. Very pleasant man, very good man. You know, shows respect, unlike Anthony Joshua. Very disgusting behaviour. I cannot believe it. Disturbing, disrespectful, and quite bad representing England and what we are. In any case, Oleksandr Usyk retaining his belts and still heavyweight champion. Are we going to see him and Fury try and go for the unification, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Until next time, join us for the UFC. Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards 2. We're going to cover the whole card. We'll be back shortly. Thank you for joining us.